dashboards turns boring, hard to read spreadsheet data that just seems monotonous and cluttering into vibrant, easy to read, and digestible data. They bring your data to life, and I want to show you a simple way using Python and ChatGPT to turn any spreadsheet, no matter the category, once it's actual real statistical data, into an understandable format where you can see your data for what it really is and what it means. You get better insights and can make more informed decisions. So I have a spreadsheet here that contains some financial information. We have a time, an open, a close, a high, and a low. This is financial information from a particular stock. And this is the generated dashboard from that information. We have our statistical information at the top. We have a candlestick chart that highlights the time, the opening and closing prices. We have a line chart that displays the open, close, high, low over our time period. And then we also have a pie chart. So normally, turning spreadsheet data into dashboards would require being knowledgeable in coding, or even more recently with advances in no-code options, still requires time and effort to configure. What I will present to you, we use AI to dynamically generate dashboards from any CSV or XLSX file, plus natural language instructions. So essentially, we pass the spreadsheet to our Python script with an additional instructions you may have. For instance, you can specify to only use prime colors or no colors at all. And the script then passes the data to ChatGPT and it generates the dashboard based on the most effective way to display that data and presents it to you. Okay, so let's quickly go over the script here. We have all our imports of our modules that we'll be using. We have a section where we configure our OpenAI ChatGPT API key. We have a spinner class that just displays a rotating bar to show that the file is being processed. And we have our functions that defines what we actually send to ChatGPT. And then what's returned from ChatGPT is then stored in a HTML file. So essentially, the script accepts a data file, CSV or XLSX, along with any specific instructions you want in plain English. No complex technical wording required, and what you get is an interactive HTML dashboard. A high level overview is load and sanitize dataset. AI interprets the instructions and generates the visualization code, and the script executes and outputs the polished dashboard. And that's it. Only thing needed is to have Python installed on your computer and a Chat GPT API key and these Python libraries. Pandas loads and sanitize the file. OpenExcel required for reading. Plotly generates the interactive chart. Beautiful Soap it cleans and sanitizes the HTML. Tenacity is the retry logic for API calls. And OpenAI is interface with LLM to generate the plotting code. So let's do a quick demo. I will show you a few examples there and I will provide a link to the full code in the description. So let's look at sales data. Sales data is just a sample CSV file that contains a date, a region, product, units sold, and revenue generated from those units. So if we call our script, that's called smartcharts.py. We specify our input, which will be sales underscore data.csv. We add instructions. I'm going to keep the instructions as plain and widespread as possible. I'm just going to say group rows together that make sense. Provide totals at the top of the HTML code and add colors. And then I specify what I want the output file to be called. and we run that code, and we get our data. We have total units sold at the top, total revenue, um, units sold by region, units sold by product, and then we have some charts here that breaks it down by region and by date. Let's look at our group members CSV file. Essentially, it's a sheet of group name, group contact, contact emails, some member information, a member ID, and a status column. Um, so essentially, let's run our script again. Specify the correct file name here. I'm going to leave my instructions the same, and then I'm going to change the name of my generated HTML file to group. I'm going to run that. And we get our group member information broken down by active, inactive, group sizes, the group per contact, the contact information per group, and the amount of members, active and inactive. This is cool, but let's run it again. I'm going to change the output file name here, and I'm going to leave the instructions the same. Okay, here we get a new dashboard with our totals at the top here. We have a member count, our status breakdown of active and inactive, and then our membership distribution by group. So same instructions sent, completely new table. Same instructions, same data, new table. Okay. Now let's look at our complex test data. And essentially, this is invoice information where we have an invoice ID, client, department, amounts, uh, payment dates, notes, discounts, uh, region, and net amount. So let's run that on this particular file. We're going to name it complex.html and adjust our target file, which is actually an XLSX file now. And we run that. And okay, we get our total invoice amount, our net amount, our paid invoices, and our unpaid invoices at the top. We get some nice bar charts, pie chart, scatter plot, and just some more information. And that's it. So we went from alphanumeric data to data that is visually represented, making it a bit easier to digest and to understand. Essentially, in our code, ChatGPT handles the chart selection automatically, be it bar, line, scatter, candlestick, etc. It adapts to data structure, no manual plotting needed, and allows interactive refinement. For instance, you can specify if you want to add a trend line, color code by region, sort by highest revenue, etc. The biggest advantage this represents is the amount of time saved for business and analyst users. So feel free to download and alter the code as you see fit. If you found this video helpful, please comment or subscribe, or all of the above. Thanks for tuning in. This has been brought to you by AIP Solutions.